As some of you may know, Dark Zero recently acquired NRG, and so Dark Zero's League of Legends team is going to be playing under the NRG banner this year. Last year, I was working with Dark Zero through our partnership with Spica. We were looking at underdeveloped talent in North America and providing coaching and other resources to try to find them and help them kind of reach some of their goals of achieving pro play. So the first order of the business was to put a staff and roster together. Most of that is completed. A lot of the roster actually comes from the Spica Combine that we ran last year. But then we also have this guy.
I'm not in the frame, right?
Yeah, you are.
Oh.
On that camera.
Hello, everyone. I'll be playing support for the NRG NACL roster for 2026. Yeah, so it wasn't really my intention to play support.
Really? But that was your dream.
No, my dream has been accomplished already. I've done everything.
Oh, okay.
But, I think it started out with, me just grabbing food with Parth, and then he was telling me how he needed a support for his new NACL roster, right? I think he only had 1 or 2 pieces left, and he was struggling to find a support. And then me being the humble person I am, of course, I said, hey, Parth, I think, he was asking me for recommendations. I was like, no, I think support to NA suck. And this role is like really easy. And then Parth was like, okay, put your money where your mouth is, right? If you think support is so easy, why don't you hit, I think it was Challenger.
It was,
top 100.
yeah, I was like, I bet you couldn't hit top 100 Challenger in NA playing support.
Yeah, and I did.
Yeah, I am actually surprised that you did.
So here I am.
I mean, after Spica hit top 100, I asked him seriously, like, is this something he would consider? Because he was genuinely having fun playing this role, at least a little bit. And so we were running tryouts earlier this year for a few roles, and he got to meet a lot of the players, got to vibe, and that's where we are today. That's how we got here.
I was kind of surprised at how different it is to play support in like a competitive setting. And just working with younger players, I think that was actually enjoyable that I didn't expect after the tryout. So that's when I started considering, hey, maybe that's something I can, do and help Parth out in the meantime.
I think for me, it's also, Tier 2 is a place, obviously, where a lot of players should be learning and growing and finding their path to pro, but it should also be a place where, players like Ming, who have a lot of experience and knowledge, can come work with these set of players and help them. And I think for me, working with someone who's played in the pro scene for a long time and challenging himself in a new role while also giving guidance and feedback to the generation that comes after him is something that makes me really excited for this team. So at Jungle, we have Kizno. He was a player that was on the Dark Zero roster in summer. He worked with us in going to Korea. He was also in LA as part of the Combine. Kizno is someone that I think of as like the next jungler who should be playing in LCS. He already has like the base skill and the understanding of the game. And I think this is a year where if he finds his footing in leading this team, he should absolutely be in LCS in 2027.
I mean, for me, since I'm a jungler playing support, I always try to look out for my junglers. If I feel like there's something that I or like maybe other laners can do that helps the jungler, I usually advocate for that. But it is very interesting seeing from another role's perspective on, I guess, jungler struggle and sometimes of the issues that I've had before with laners. But I think Kizno...
Like what kind of issues do junglers have with laners? Go on.
Well, I mean, when I was playing jungle, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
why is my support not here? But now I'm playing support, I'm like, wait a minute, why is my jungler not here? So it's kind of like the other side of the coin.
Yeah.
But I don't try to intrude too much on, I guess, telling him what to do or like coaching him because I'm in a new role myself as well.
All I know is I saw you yesterday just be like, hey, start top side, come bot. Go base, start top side, come bot. I feel like there's a little bit of bias that's happening right now.
I mean, that's what my coach used to say to me, so
okay,
I'm just speaking from a senior perspective.
Okay,
right?
Got it.
Just try to share some knowledge of the unks.
Jungle should never go top, should always be bot.
Hi guys, my name is Kizno. real name James, and I play jungle for NRG. Yeah, so I started playing League maybe in middle school. You know, my friends got me really into it, and then I also saw my older brother playing it, and I just like stuck with it, and then I hit Challenger for the first time when I was like 20 years old, and ever since then, just been in the competitive scene. Well, my goal is like to just try as best as I can. I think last split in NACL, it wasn't the greatest, but I also like really appreciate that DSG gave me the opportunity to sub in to like show like what I'm actually capable of. Yeah, this time around, I feel like I'll take a step back and actually look at what I'm doing and hope that I just play really well and then make LCS next year.
For the AD carry role, we have Sushi. He's one of the youngest players in the NACL this year. He's been a part of the last 2 combines that I've held, and he is a very different player than every other AD carry I've known, in that it doesn't matter what happens in the game, this human being feels untiltable. He's always like super happy, looking out for his team. He's kind of selfless, and those are things that I never think of when I think of AD carries. So it's been really fun working with him, and I actually been really enjoying watching him interact with Spica. What do you think? What do you think about your
Sushi?
duo partner?
Well, honestly, I'll be candid. I think Sushi was actually the main reason why I even decided to play Tier 2 in support. Just because of how impressed I was, during the tryouts we laid together, right? We play a lot of like scrims and stuff, and I just feel like he's just really, really good. I think he has really insane mechanics, right? He's raw because he's a rookie, but that just comes with time and experience. But I think the talent is definitely there, and just like playing with him, it makes the role feel fun because support, half the time you're laning with the AD carry, right? So it's a 2-person lane essentially, and I feel like being able to play with someone that you think has a lot of potential, has a lot of talent, and you enjoy playing with is a big part of that. And he was a big reason in me, stepping forward and say, hey, I wanna work with this team. I wanna work with him.
Hello, I'm Jeremy, or in-game Sushi. I play ADC for NRG. Well, I've started playing League at 6 years old, so right now I'm 19 years old, but I've been starting playing competitive for about 2 years. Yeah, about 2 years. Also playing with Spica on support was definitely not on my bingo list for this year, but I've been having lots of fun with him. I mean, at first, I wasn't too sure. I'll be honest, I wasn't too sure at first. I was like, wait, what? He wants to play support? I love his personality and like in game, but also outside of game, which I really connect with, and I think it's really a good addition for the team. So it was a really good idea bringing him over on support, and then definitely really fun and a nice laning with him on support. And he's a different Spica than what I knew when he was on your airport. So it's been really fun.
Next up for top lane, we have Hoarder. Hoarder is someone who, again, I've known for like a year or so now and has been part of our combines. What has really impressed me about him is that even from the first time I spoke with him, he has an understanding of what he as a person wants to do. Like, he's very dedicated to becoming a pro. He has a plan in terms of like his education that he kind of put aside to pursue this. He knows how to review VODs and take the time, and he's doing all the things necessary that a player should in order to get to pro. And so for me, both someone who is good at the game and actually is dedicated to the level Chris is was really impressive. And so I'm pretty excited to see not only the level that he can show when we start off, but how much he can grow by the end of this year.
Well, it's top lane, so I just hope my jungler doesn't go top.
Rest in peace.
No, I mean, I think Chris has a very high understanding of the game. The thing I noticed with a lot of rookie top laners is that they're overly focused on lane. I think the thing about Chris is that he thinks the game in a very dynamic way. He understands what role he should be playing, whether it's playing strong side, playing weak side, how to play mid game. He's actually thinking about those things, which I think a lot of rookies top laners aren't really aware. They're just thinking about, oh, how do I win lane, right? How do I carry through top instead of playing from a team perspective. So I think he's really intelligent about the game, and it's been great to work with.
Yeah, and he'll understand when his jungler's never there.
I hope so.
Hi, my name is Chris, or Hoarder, and I'm the new top laner for NRG. I first started playing League when I was 8 years old, when my sister's friend introduced me to the game. And I didn't start playing competitive until I reached Challenger, which was in season 12. Cyto Combine was a lot of fun. It was really cool experiencing in person in LA and meeting everybody who got invited. It's a lot more fun than playing online because in person it's a lot more connected with your teammates, and the coaching and getting in, like improving, is a lot easier when there's like a face in front of you instead of on the screen. I think our team is going to be is going to be very exciting to watch based on like how new everyone is and like watching us develop over the next year.
So for mid lane, we actually have two players, Mini and Zero. The reason for that is both of the players are attending college and have a lot of responsibilities. And so in our tryouts, we actually thought that both showed a lot of skill, a lot of potential, and it kind of made sense for both, while they had their own collegiate schedules, for us to maybe work with both, see, who would be a better fit in the long term, and also at the same time, help grow both in our system. I can talk a little bit more about Mini because he was part of the combine and I got to meet him in person. He is someone who, again, is like a very raw talent, but he has a lot of potential, and he's someone who takes feedback and advice very quickly and tries to apply it. So I'm really excited to work with Mini. As for Zero, actually the reason why he even came into this tryouts is because I was similarly asking Ming, who are some good laners that he's seen in the server, and he mentioned this guy called Zero and sent me his Twitter. So do you have anything to say about like your experiences in solo queue and why you recommended him?
I mean, I think the main thing for me when looking at like newer players is just mechanics, because I think game knowledge and macro can be taught. So for me, I really value just pure mechanics and I guess talent.
Yeah.
In that sense. And when I play against him in solo queue, when I saw the way he plays the game, like I see that he's like mechanically talented, but he just has no idea how to play the game. But I think that aspect of the game can be like fostered and taught. So that's why I thought, he has like a lot of potential.
Yeah, we're like super grateful that both players are willing to like work with us in our system, and our entire team is like really happy with kind of like the structure and the roster we built together.
What's up guys, my name is Edward. I go by Sierra and I in League of Legends, and I'll be playing mid lane for NRG. So when it comes to competitive League of Legends, I actually have never played competitive before. But one day I was casually playing solo queue and I got to lane versus a bunch of NACL mid laners, LCS mid laners, and I felt like I could beat them up easily. So that day was the day that I decided to go to pro. So my goal in League of Legends in my life is to first become a best player out of all. I want to be the best laner out of all. And second part is about my life attitude. I think how you do anything is how you do everything. So I want to take everything seriously in my life. So even in my solo queue, I want to treat all the games really seriously and be more professional in a sense that, stop being toxic to my teammates, try to collaborate with them in order to, acquire the victory. And yeah, that's my goal in proceeding my life with this game. So far, I've played several scrims with my teammates and coaching staff and my managers and all that. And I felt like my players were really good. So as a player who have never played in competitive, I hope that I can, learn a lot from them by just playing with them, playing a lot of scrims, reviewing what I did wrong, and correcting my errors.
My name is Colby, or Mini, and I play mid lane for NRG. I would say like, what season was it? It was like this season where like mid lane, it was like ADCs. And I climbed really high, and I started playing against like a lot of the pros. I would play against like Pobelter, APA, like all of the pros in solo queue, and I was actually having a lot of fun with it. And I was like, wait, I'm actually doing pretty good in these guys. And so I was like, wow, maybe I could like actually try and see what this takes me to or whatnot. It's like that's when I really started getting into it. I want to win. Obviously, I want to win NACL, and then I want to go into LCS and try and win in there and go to Worlds. But gotta take one step at a time. So right now it's just winning in NACL. I feel like a lot of people have lost hope in like the tier 2 scene, and I feel like our team, and especially me, I'm very committed to trying to show people that there's still people that are talented and can still climb the scene and make it to the pro scene.
Well, that's it for us today. I'm really, really excited for this group of players. They're super young, they're super hungry, and with Ming and our staff, I'm really excited to see the potential, realized by the end of this year and how good they can become. So stay tuned.
Yeah, I hope everyone can, watch an old man learning a new role. So come watch me play support.
They do say those who can't do, play support.
Yep. The average age of support in LCS was like 26, so.
So you're still under that.
Yeah.
You're still technically a young one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be starting sometime in late March. I don't know why, because every other region in the fucking world starts in January, but we will see you in a month and a half. I'm genuinely excited.
Yes. That was a great part.
And yeah, I got you. I'm built for the fucking camera. What do
Hell
you
yeah.
mean?
You're learning.
Yeah, I am learning.
Also, if the camera's rolling, please check out Parth's video where he says 6-7 matcha. That's a punishment for losing the bet. So everyone, please go check it out. Thank you very much.
I hate my life.
Can you say it again?
I hate my
Can
life.
you say it again?
No.
You already said it. It's
No,
okay.
I'm not saying it
You
again.
already
It's
said
just
it.
not happening.
6-7 Labubu Macho.